I feel like American Godzilla movies are all the same.
Right.
There's a monster, so how do we stop the monster? And I don't remember any character.
No, you don't. There's no interesting characters in any of them.
There was Bryan Cranston in one of them, and
Yeah.
he's an amazing actor, but I don't even remember who he was, what he did.
You had the last two that they made in America. One was Godzilla King of Monsters. I literally almost fell asleep during that one. It was so hard to even watch it all the way to the end. And then they brought in this new monster verse where they had the King Kong. That movie was somewhat entertaining. It had some fun fighting at the end, but same thing. You didn't care about any of the characters in that movie. Big name actors,
Yeah.
and none of them are interesting.
Uh, how would you rate the first 5 minutes? One means you already wanted to watch something else in the first 5 minutes. A 10 means that the first 5 minutes made you want to watch the rest of the movie. How would you rate it from 1 to 10?
Pretty high because like I said, you're instantly invested in this character. It's interesting because it's this. Oh, he's a coward. He's going to have to find a way to redeem himself. He has the opportunity to shoot, Godzilla, and he
Mm,
freezes up and he doesn't fire because then, as Godzilla grows bigger later, he's like, I had him in my sights and I could have shot him and I didn't.
yeah.
He's going to have to find a way to redeem himself some way. So yeah, in the first 10 minutes of the movie, I think it was established early that it's a well written story. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9. I'm not sure it could
Mm.
be much better.
And his character paid off really well in the end. So I'm gonna give it a 10.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. From 1 to 10, how would you rate the story? One means it's cliche and predictable. 10 means it's something you've never seen before.
Well, I can't give it a 10 because there were some moments that seemed a little predictable that you kind of could see coming, but it's still
Mm-hmm.
very good. For a Godzilla movie, it's the best. It's the best one
Mm-hmm.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Now, I will say the Japanese love their melodrama because
Yeah.
it goes over the top with the I mean, there's some emoting in this movie that was almost making me laugh.
I think it's an Asian thing because Filipino movies are like that too. They're overacting.
Yeah,
I mean, Bollywood movies are overacting.
right.
It is what it is.
But I forgive them because at least they're putting some effort into creating interesting story and interesting characters and people that you care about. So even though some of the some of the acting was over the top, I still enjoyed the characters in the movie.
For a Godzilla movie, this has very deep themes. Like dying for your country, honor, love, and all the good stuff that we actually care about. And the thing is, they make you care about the characters so much that Godzilla becomes so scary because you're now scared of what Godzilla can do to them.
Yes, Godzilla was genuinely terrifying in this movie. Like it was not fun. It was not like the fun kaiju
No.
guys in rubber suits fighting each other. Like the sound design was like, I mean, it blows you away almost literally. It's so loud and so powerful. You're not thinking, oh, this is cool. You're thinking, wow, this is terrifying. This is like a real atomic bomb and it's killing people.
And most Godzilla movies, the question is always, how will they kill Godzilla? But in this, that's not the question. I don't care about how they will kill Godzilla, but I cared about the relationships between characters. Will the guy and the girl ever fall in love? Will the guy ever forgive himself
Right.
for not doing something he should have done? And how this inner conflict and this relationship resolved were all very satisfying. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, this is how you make a movie that makes me care and pays off in the end.
And but also even in the scenes where they are the scientists and the people are getting together to try to figure out how to defeat Godzilla, even those scenes they added some drama. They added some, there's some tension because some of the men are like, why are we putting ourselves? We've already been through a war. Why should I do this? Some back out. Some are like, I'm going back home to my family,
Hmm.
and the others are like, well, if we don't do this, then he's going to kill our family. He's going to kill everyone. So in a lot of the old Godzilla movies, like I said, it's just boring people sitting in big rooms in white lab coats, and it's dry, and there's no emotion, and there's no drama.
All of the Godzilla movies, there's always this scene where Godzilla just destroys a city, like tramples the building and steps on people. But in this one, it felt like horror.
Yeah, well, there's none of this nonsense about Godzilla being a friend to the people. And I mean, that's what the
Hmm.
American movies have made him into. There's all these other kaiju that are destroying people, and Godzilla defeats them.
And then Godzilla is the hero.
He's the good guy, right? And this
Yeah,
this is the original Godzilla. He is not friendly to people. He's not a good guy in any way. He is nothing but a killing machine, and he's going to destroy everything in his path.
exactly. Yeah, I would give this a 9. I really love the story. And so, how would you rate from 1 to 10? How would you rate the action?
The action's probably the best part of the movie because of the special effects, the practical effects, because that's why you go see it in the first place. Really, I mean, destruction, and you want to hear that loud screech, and you want to see the fire come out of his mouth or whatever that is. So it's like atomic energy. So I think they did as good as you can get on that. I mean, that's a 10.
It's kind of like they're showing you how what happened to Nagasaki and Hiroshima in the form of Godzilla.
Yeah, that's why it's so scary, because they just went through this and now they're going through it again.
Mm,
It's like, is this ever going to end? It's like, this is hell on
yeah,
earth.
yeah. So I'll give the action a 10 out of 10 because the action blended well with the story. It's very relevant to history. It reminds me of Letters to Iwo Jima,
Yeah,
which is kind of like the Japanese side of things. This is a movie not about the action, it's about the story. And because the story was good, the action is even better.
right.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Click here for the spoiler video. For a Godzilla movie, this has some deep themes like honor, regret, betrayal, love,
Cowardice.
and there's a deeper meaning behind all the action. So, in the next video, Jim will explain what this movie is trying to say. What's the deeper meaning behind it? I'll see you in the next video.